Brian Williams, HeatTV. I'm with Coach Creon Raftopolous after the Surrey Heat won 83-71 at home to the Manchester Giants. A very scrappy game, I thought, Coach. We had a big lead and then we gave it away. They took the lead, then we got back in front, and in the end we won by a comfortable margin. But I don't think from anybody's expression it felt comfortable right up until maybe the last 30 seconds. Is that a fair assessment?
Definitely a fair assessment of it. I mean, I never enjoyed the game at all. Obviously the start was great, and I felt that we were on cruise control. But I think the game kind of like changed when Peter went down. Everybody kind of like stopped playing, stopped doing what was working, and then obviously we end up in a game in a shootout where they can shoot the ball really well, and that was evident when James Jones made a halfway line jumper at the end of the second quarter. But a win's a win, so I'm happy that at least we held on for it.
And we were missing Captain Julius Joseph today. He celebrating the birth of his son Miles on Thursday. Presumably JJ will be back for the next game against Durham.
Yeah, we hope to have him back, which should be the case. JJ's the true professional. He gave me a call and said if I needed him to suit up, he would try and make whatever plans to do. But because it was quite a long stay at the hospital and so forth, he hasn't been at practice, so I said just let's start afresh on Monday, so he gets back to practice on Tuesday, and we get going from there. So it would be good to have the experienced head back on the team.
So how much do you think we missed him today? I mean, obviously with JJ out and then with Peter going down, we were very short-handed.
I think we missed him big time. The key to breaking a 2-3 zone down is getting the ball into the middle of that zone, but also getting the ball in the right hands for somebody who can make a decision. Sam makes some good decisions, and he also makes that shot from the top all the time. But JJ is the next option that we'd have to run at the top. Without him, once we got Sam off the court, or Sam got a little bit tired, obviously we missed having JJ as a sort of a guard influence that can also post up against smaller guards.
So, I mean, looking at the game today, I thought Frank had a good second half, but didn't seem to be quite there in the first half. Was that the way they were playing him, or was that down to Frank?
I think, by the end of the season, they're going to award me a special degree in psychology for dealing with Frank Holmes. Frank's a great guy. He's the energy of the team, but he's very emotional also. So when things aren't going his way, he gets down on himself, and it affects his teammates. Once he gets himself under control again and is doing what he knows best, then we are a better team. And that's exactly like you said. First half missed a lot of little layups. Second half he just hustled, got rebounds, and got some easy dunks, and it was all smiles from there.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing for me was after Manchester took the lead, we just seemed to find our self-belief in the guys. They found their self-belief in themselves again, and suddenly, they turned it on, and they seemed to be playing with energy and passion and all the things you want to be. So, presumably, you're very pleased with that.
Yeah, as a coach, you're going to be pleased about that. All my hard work is more or less done at practice, getting them ready. I only get, roughly 6 timeouts a game or so. So they got to be, smart on the court. That's where obviously Julius comes in as the city head. But in Chavis and Travis, Albert's always improving. They stepped up when they needed to, and that showed great qualities for a team that's obviously trying to keep pace with some of the big hitters in the league.
Yeah, and I thought Albert had a good game today. Some very smart plays, some very key baskets, a couple of big three-pointers, a couple of drives to the basket. So presumably, again, you're very pleased with his progress this year.
Yeah, Albert's, anything that Albert gives us on the offensive end is going to be good, which is capable of doing. But I know what a great defensive player he is. He frustrated James Jones for much of that game, which is what I need him to do. Like the other person that would come off the bench would be Kalen, but Kalen's not as strong defensively. So in a situation where you're defending shooters, I couldn't get him in as much as I would have liked in terms of helping our offense. But Albert just keeps on getting stronger, and I'm really happy for him because he's a great guy.
Excellent. So we got 2 road games, both long trips, one up to Durham, one up to Newcastle, and then we're back here in 3 weeks' time to take on Sheffield Sharks. So what are your thoughts on those 3 games?
Going to be tough games. I don't think there's any easy game, especially when you're going down, the M1 and A1. It's a really long trip. So, but that's what the league's about. Everybody's got to do it. So we just got to go there, play our style of game, and hopefully when we come in on the 23rd, all kids go for free, which is a great thing. So we'll probably have a really noisy arena, and take care of business against the Sheffield Sharks. But we'll take one game at a time, and that will be Durham that we'll be concentrating on this week.
And of course, fans are always welcome to join the team on the coach on both trips.
Yeah, it's always fun on joining the team. You know, there's a varied selection of DVDs that get played on the way down. We got the Boston Celtics Championship one that has to be played every trip down because of Frank Holmes. But yeah, no, it's a fun trip, and apart from getting there and not winning, that can make it a little bit of a gloomy trip. But we've been playing really good, so we put extra emphasis on getting a win on the road.
Excellent. So we'll see you in 3 weeks' time. Thanks, Coach.
No problem. Thank you.